love what I see in the secondary. What's on the roster is tremendous, not just now, for years to come.
Hey, Coach Shedeur, let's go with sports. We talked about this run game, but how important are the tight ends going to be in that role and establishing that?
Tremendously important. They're going to do their jobs. Brett Barbaroni is teaching them tremendously. But if they don't do it, I'm just going to put another line in there. So we do it. Nothing to fret. We're going to be all right.
Hi, Coach.
How you doing?
Doing well, doing well. I wanted to ask you about Byron Leftwich joining the staff. What is kind of his day-to-day, and what kind of boost is that to him?
Coach is going back right now to check on his son. He's phenomenal. I'm not even equipped with words to describe what he brought to the table. His experience, his knowledge, his day-to-day just communication and on-the-field communication with the quarterback has been superb. He's much more than expected, much greater than we would ever have thought that he was. He's unbelievable. I can see why the Bucs, the championship, needed him. He's unbelievable.
Hey, Coach, how's it going? Talk to you. You're doing well.
Good, thank you.
You talked about LeJohntay kind of doing his thing last night, and it feels like all of your guys who are out in NFL camps are performing well. Mm-hmm. How rewarding is it for you to kind of see those guys take that step?
That's another recruiting tool. When LeJohntay scored, the whole cafeteria erupted last night. Everybody stood up and went crazy, and checking the feed on social, he's everywhere. And they got to mention where he came from. So not only his hometown, but his college. Tremendous. But we knew he was a dog. We knew what he was capable of. He just needed an opportunity. And we have a multitude of kids on this team that just needs the same opportunity. But the commonality that he shares with some of our guys, the work ethic. Coach Phillips talked about he never graded under a 3. I think he only got a 3, which means average. Only once last year in practice. Everything else was 4 and up. The scale goes to 5. 0 being boards.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing?
Hey, not too bad. Good to see you back.
I love you, Ed.
I do. Love to talk about it. Doing good. Just curious, though, with all the talk of the running backs, most of the have those guys ready to go.
Yeah.
The offensive line, all of this points to run. Mm-hmm. However, you're bringing in Timmons. I mean, the receiver room goes deep.
Yes, it does.
Just talk a little bit about how that will factor into your day-to-day game plan.
We've done a study for our young men, and they figured out that the teams that win the most elevate guys to the NFL the most. The teams that win the less, the guys don't go pro. It's just point fact. They want to win. They're not sitting up here counting the stats. We have no idea who caught the most passes in college football last year, or did he even make it to pro. 9 times out of 10, I promise you, he probably didn't even go pro. So it's not about how many balls you catch, it's what you do with the balls you catch. And these guys not only are perfecting that, but they're perfecting blocking and understanding the game and learning the game as a pro. They just seen 4 guys that played the receiver position go pro from this institution. So that's their goal. They want to win and they want to be pros. So however the game dictates it, they put 7, 8 in the box. All right, we're going to throw the ball. And we got a guy who can spin it. We got a couple guys that can spin it. And we got a bunch of guys that can catch it. So the game would dictate and predicate what we do scheme-wise.
John Treese.
How you doing?
Coach, you've had an opportunity the last couple weeks to see where your team is. How do you think they manage while you were gone?
I think the coaches did a phenomenal job. The staff did a tremendous job. Bears did a wonderful job, didn't I think everybody did a wonderful job. Everybody over here did a good job, right? Right, they still here. So, really, it's the staff, man. I keep telling you, the Bible says that around in thy staff, they comfort me. They've given me tremendous comfort. I've never had to call 100 times and check on the house because I felt like the house is going to be okay. That's why you try your best to hire correct. So you don't have to check on the house night and day. They did a good job, especially strength and conditioning. Swayze and his team, they did a phenomenal job.
Hey, Coach, Tyler King with the Denver Gazette.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to ask about Jordan Seaton. I saw one of the videos the other day. You guys were calling him the franchise. It seems like he's really embraced that role as well. Just kind of what about his personality and obviously his play style makes him a candidate to be one of the faces of this program going forward now?
Jordan was the dog when we got him out of high school. We just had to perfect him a little bit. Now he has the 3 other months to coach him, and he's been groomed. Him being around the guys that we had last year a lot and spending a lot of time with them, it taught him how to be a pro. It taught him how to prepare for a game. It taught him how to understand the expectation of a game and how to understand the ridicule if you don't perform. So he matured his butt off last season, and he dedicated himself to getting his body right. I don't know if you guys have seen him. I mean, he don't even look the same. He's lean. I think he had on a pair of large pants out there today, thinking he's sexy. He had his shirt all tied up and pulled up. I'm like, dude, come on, dog. What you think this is? He's going to be stripping in a couple weeks in the direction he's headed. But he's happy with the way he looks, what he's done to keep the weight off, and he's quick and physical as ever. I'm so darn proud of that young man because everything we told him would happen has happened. It's been no false promises because we told him this will happen if you do A, B, and C. And he's done A, B, C, and D. So I'm truly proud of Jordan. Love him like a son.
Coach, Liam Howard, ScoBuff Sports. Regardless of how this quarterback battle turns out this season, what type of benefit do you think it has on Juju's career long term to have a veteran guy like Jayden sharing that quarterback room with him and then competing with him every single day?
We're not thinking about long term right now. We're thinking about winning right now. So that's the thing. He's an unbelievable human being. He's won a lot. I don't know if he's competed a lot for a position, but he's not scared of the competition. He loves it. He embraces it. It's not like they're enemies. They're dear friends, and they're trying to make each other better, and they are. I see leaps and bounds with the tutelage from Coach Leftwich, left and right, and Pat is doing a phenomenal job with them as well. But I love everything about the kid, and he's going to soar. When it's his turn, trust me, you're going to know, and he's going to soar.
Hey, Coach.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
What have you seen so far out of Jayden, considering this was a huge opportunity for him coming into the big stage and kind of taking the mantle that Shedeur left behind?
Jayden is a guy with multiple talent. He can throw the football and he can run the heck out of the football. Sometimes in practice, you don't get a chance to see how good he is because when you run the quarterback, you know you can't hit him. But you can see the burst, the speed, the knowledge of reading the defenses, and then he pulls it and keeps it. The kid is going to cause havoc. I'm just telling you, it's going to be a totally different type of offense, kind of from what you've seen us do in the past, because, you know, we had a guy that could spin it tremendously. But don't underestimate his throwing ability. We just want him to complete every darn pass he throws in practice and get in a habit of completions, because we know he can run. But when he gets that second part down, it's going to be a problem, tremendous problem for all defenses.
At Pro Day, I asked you about what your theme for this year would be. You said year one was hope, year two was expectation. I know you had a lot going on this summer, but I was wondering if you had any time to reflect on that.
No, I haven't.
Thank you, no problem.
No, I got to ask you. I want to give you a tremendous answer. Give me the core of that question.
Year one was hope, year two was expectation.
Okay, now I got you. Thank you. I'm glad you repeated yourself. I haven't yet sat down and thought about that. It's been a lot going on. I'm sorry, but I have not yet thought about that. Yeah, but I'll get that. I'm glad.